Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
The days of waiting weeks for custom industrial parts are over because MIT just printed a functional motor for the price of a candy bar. We aren't just 3D printing plastic toys anymore. We're printing the actual muscles of machines that build our world. So MIT is now printing motors for pennies. Researchers retrofitted a standard 3D printer with 4 extruders to create a functional linear motor in one shot. By mixing magnets, conductors, and plastics in a single print, they eliminated the need for manual assembly. This collapses the design to prototype cycle from months to 3 hours, potentially ending our reliance on fragile global supply chains for specialized mechanical parts. What do you think about this, John?
I'm excited about this. I love this. I love that they've developed this multi-material additive manufacturing system. This is capable of producing complex electromechanical devices in one single printing run. So traditional 3D printers typically deposit 1 or 2 materials, usually plastics, and it makes them unsuitable for devices that require electrical conductivity or magnetism and structural support all simultaneously, right? So this new system, what it does is it incorporates 4 specialized extrusion tools, and each of them are capable of depositing different classes of material during the printing process. So the 4 include dielectric materials, electrically conductive inks, and both soft and hard magnetic materials. This blows me away. So by switching between these materials during fabrication, the system can essentially build layered structures that replicate the internal architecture of electric machines. And so what they did to demonstrate the capability, they printed a fully functional electric linear motor that costs about 50 cents for the raw materials. This blows me away. I think this is super cool. What do you think about this, Craig?
Oh, this is crazy. This kind of update's like moving from Lego to Star Trek Replicator. You're usually, if you want a motor, you have to buy the plastic housing, the copper coils, the magnetic separately, spend hours putting them together. Now this new, it's like hitting print, or making sandwich. It's so simple. And, building these multifunctions, finally we're getting to where 3D printers should have been. Like they've been around forever now. And now that they can incorporate these kinds of technologies, we're really becoming amazing. Currently, functional proof of concept is what's happening right now. We expect to see localized industrial use in the next 2 to 3 years. And it's amazing that they were able to build a motor for about 50 cents.
And in roughly 3 hours.
Yeah, it blows my mind.
I'm just thinking about current 3D printing, right? And someone printing a piece of plastic, extruded plastic, let's just say something a little complex, typically takes 12 hours. And that's just one type of extrusion or one type of material that's extruded. So I need to see this in person, or I need to see this in motion, because this just blows me away.
Yeah, and like you're saying, the breakthrough lies on multi-material co-deposition. By precisely aligning tool paths, a printer deposits conductive polymer-based filaments to form electromagnetic coils and magnetic composites to create permanent magnetic fields directly within structural PLA and ABS frames. Like the thought of this is like a death jet moment for heavy industry. It represents a jump from passive printing to static objects to active printing, functional electromechanical devices. Similar to how we move from vacuum tubes, integrated circuits, or how we're moving now from chatbots to AI agents that can actually do things. We're able to now get to a point where we're printing things that can actually be functional machines.
Yeah. And the thing about this is that the research is really about essentially digitizing manufacturing. If we were to put it simply, like we're digitizing manufacturing. So instead of shipping parts around the world, you're going to ship design files.
Yeah, and the concept is eventually you would download a car once you get things going. But let's look at the downside a little bit. While the motor works, it uses conductive polymers rather than copper. And these polymers have significantly higher electrical resistance than metal, meaning the motor is currently optimized for low force tasks rather than high torque industrial applications. The research targets print-to-part manufacturing, a sector predicted to reduce warehouse dead stock, like you're saying, by 90% for companies that maintain massive inventories of spare mechanical parts. And you probably have them closer to the end users. The researchers didn't use a multi-million-dollar machine. They used a low-cost FDM printer, the kind hobbyists use, proving that the intelligence of the manufacturing is in the software and the material science, not just the high-price hardware.
Yeah. And so the thing about being able to download a car, like as of right now, it's way too complex, like because they require batteries, they require safety systems, they require electronics. So right now there's no way to print it out. But yes, we're getting closer to a replicator type Star Trek kind of device, but also some other risk limitations. So there's going to be regulatory approval for printed structural components, obviously. And we're going to have to be concerned about quality control across these different distributed printing facilities. But there's a huge impact here. There's the potential benefits to the economy. There's shorter production cycles, lower material waste, customizable products, and decentralized manufacturing. So kind of to go off on your point, there's not going to be as much storage needed. You're just going to have to store the raw materials.
It's like what they've done with the missions in space now. They actually have a high-tech 3D printer on board the space things now with just material to build the tools and plans to build what they need that are thoroughly tested. So if they need a specific wrench, they don't have to have it in stock. They just have enough material. So they can print what they need instead of having, and that really reduces the weight. This is interesting on demand. So if you're in the R&D or robotics industry, stop looking at 3D printing as, say, a case maker and start looking as a multi-material FDM and start thinking about the future where this is going. And MIT just proved that the factory of the future doesn't need an assembly line. It just needs very smart printers and 50 cents of filament. If you could print any functional electronic device at home for under $1, what's the first thing you'd be making? Let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched. And we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammer.ca where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community and do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts where we hook up startups and investors at our Startup Investor Drinks. We do mentoring. We do workshops. We have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is Shred Time, SRNED. But come reach out to me too if you've got a startup, if you've got a company. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and if they have company questions about their startup in general, where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you. Can export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes, wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.